When talking about the three most important issues facing women in my country today, the first one that I would say would be misrepresentation in the media. I think that in the United States, women are very hypersexualized. They are presented as objects in sitcoms, movies. Their primary role is generally a seductress or a woman that's in despair.
ქალური ღირსება ალბათ ის რომ შენ თავს უნდა შეპატივი და არ უნდა მისცევინმეს საკუთარი თავის დაჩაგვის უფლება ან ვინმე შეურაცხყოფის მეყენების უფლება. ამას გარდა შენ უნდა ჯდებოდე ეთიკის ნორმებში ისე რომ როგორც ქალს შეეფერება.
Here are schools, here are courses, but women can't reach to that because of security. If they are going to the school, coming back, maybe the bomb blast or maybe someone kidnapped them. So this is the main issue.
Gender equality in terms of working conditions. Women earn much less than men, around like 70% of the salaries.
That the women have the equality, equal, like man and woman for jobs.
The most important issue is to get the same wages as men do for the same jobs with the same diploma.
Get at the good positions. It's not possible for women. Not possible. It is possible, but it's very difficult because they might go for maternity, and this is one of the reasons that they are not accepted.
First, women in politics are not very validated, and they didn't get best positions.
Sexual discrimination, because the women see violence from their husbands or their fathers, non-sensible things. The wives cannot tell anybody their problems. It's getting bigger and bigger problem for Turkey.
Underrepresentation in actual government positions here in the United States, or even in positions of authority. So that could be anything from presidents of colleges, for example, generally tend to be males. President of the United States have always been males, even though there's approximately 50% men and 50% women in our world today. There's not that same distribution in government positions.
In Japan, many women have some problem between jobs and housekeeping, but the most serious problem is radioactivity followed by incident, Fukushima nuclear power plant. Japanese women worried about what if something will happen to our babies or our own body.
There was children, they were talking with a male, so when her father see her, she's talking with that male. Father and brother of this child killed this girl. So it's a very cruel and very harsh situation. We don't want any more violence, fighting, bomb blast. I don't want any of person lost their life without any reason.
Men expect their women to be virgin before marriage, and this is nonsense too, because they can do whatever they want before marriage.
Young youths just go like that and get pregnant, and then start to suffer the things that would come.
Afghans are not giving the full right to Afghan women. To aware the people of Afghanistan to respect the right of your women, but they are also not respecting us. They are also abusing us.
Women who choose different sexual orientation are really discriminated, because if you are against the Catholic Church, you are always discriminated.
Gender equality in terms of stereotype and the model of the family and women's role in society should be re-traditionalized. We have a big influence of church, and I think it puts women into this role of housewife.
You think you're getting married too young and they don't really stay together, and then they divorce, and then they have to go out and find jobs. Just to feed, so they suffer, right? Jobs, right? Because men get more jobs than women.
Men get better jobs than women.
I I do think that there's a lot of sexual violence towards women, which is condoned by the media and the way that we are represented. And there's a lot of physical violence against women, and there's a lot of verbal abuse.
I think violence, freedom, right to work are main problem women face in Afghanistan.
They do not give value to women they should get. They see women lower than men.
I think that women in my country have accomplished so much throughout the years. I mean, 1920, Alice Paul and other activists and reformers were able to assist women in gaining the right to vote, which was huge. Even today, there are women that inspire me all the time. I love India Ari. Her music is just so wonderful to hear, and I'm always so happy when I hear it playing on the radio, because I'm like, finally there's music about women feeling empowered and strong, and not music about women being dehumanized and sexualized. It's just great to know. My mom too, she inspires me every day by just showing me that a single mother can be independent and can still be very successful.
We have talented doctors, and they are example for all women of Afghanistan. We can give the example of teachers. We have talented teachers because they are leading other students. Students are becoming teachers, and through teacher we can lead, we can learn, we can get education on other girls. And also we can give the example of women to advocate of people in parliament, and they are raising their voice, and they are those people who are together in the problem of every woman, not only women, every human of Afghanistan.
Grand Duchess Charlotte, who has been uniting the nation during World War II. It is the first woman that had such a power to unite people during so difficult times.
I'd like to suggest you Rei Kawakubo. She's a designer of community garrison. She's a fashion designer, but she makes revolutionary works and make a new generation.
There is one that started humanitarian organization that is world famous now, and it's Agnieszka Ochojska. But in terms of gender equality, there are few. Two of them are journalists, and they're very brave with speaking out what they think, and they're kind of breaking some model of traditional woman. It's Kazimiera Szczuka and Monika Olejnik, and she has one of the most famous programs for politicians, for debates. The other is Professor Schetina. She's also a very good politician, and she fights with sexism and all this unequal stuff.
I think Sabiha Gökçen, she is the first woman in the world, woman pilot, and this showed us that women can do something that men do.
She was the first Prime Minister, Maria de Lourdes Pitaciolo. She was a woman who fights for democracy, for changes in emancipation of the women. She also helped women to get the positions in politics. She's a good example to show how women in Portugal fight for their rights.
ესე იგი, უფროსი ასაკის ქალი შეიძლება იყოს უფრო დახვეწილი, შეიძლება ყველაფერზე იკავებდეს თავს, არ იყოს ასე ვთქვათ უზრდელი, როგორც ეხლანდელი გოგოები, მაგალითად ეხლანდელი თინეიჯერები, ყოველ წუთას რომ გავლენ და შეიგინებიან და რაღაცა, ანუ უზრდელები არიან შეიძლება ითქვას, არცემენ პატივს მშობლებს, უნდათ გააკეთონ ის, რაც მათ სურთ და არ უჯერებენ მშობლებს. ხშირ შემთხვევაში ასე, მაგრამ რა თქმა უნდა არის ესეთი ბავშვებიც, ისეთი ახალი თაობა, რომელიც მშობლებს უჯერებს, ისე არიან ეთიკის ნორმებში. თუნდაც გოგოების დამოკიდებულება მეგობრებთან, მაშინ შეიძლება უფრო ყველა მეგობართან იყო, ეხლა კი კომპიუტერთან ზიან და Facebook-ში არიან, ანუ შეიძლება ესეც იყოს.
So I really want to go to the university to be self-sufficient, to be independent, and while there I hope to volunteer a lot. I really want to help local neighborhoods in Philadelphia. I want to go to the schools and I want to motivate kids to really dedicate themselves to their studies and to really try to overcome any difficulties that they're facing in their households. I just want to be kind of like a motivation to them and let them know that no matter what's happening to you, there's always a way out, even though it may not seem like that. I want to help a lot of families that are in need, particularly I think families, single families, because I come from a single family household, and also women that have suffered from physical violence and verbal violence. I would love to help or form part of an organization that's dedicated to helping those kinds of families.
My personal dream is to complete my education, and after that I would like to make a manufacturer to raise the national product of my country, increase employment and diminish poverty and crimes. Ultimately make my country to be self-sufficient.
Well, my personal plans are to get more involved in development projects which are actually empowering women around the world.
I hope to work in a social organization or an NGO, to work with people with special needs, to work with people who are in the minorities. If everyone does a little thing, we can change the world, and we can, with little steps, we can make the world better.
My first plan is to complete my education, and after that I will establish orphanage for children who lost their families. My wish is to remove the difficulties women face in our country, and they should be allowed to be educated. This will make them active and useful to their society and family.
I'm studying molecular biology and genetics. After I finish my education, I want to go to America or somewhere that I can improve myself, and I want to do something that is beneficial for the world, maybe find some solutions for diseases.
My dream is to educate in a free environment. If we grow as a free, independent and well-aware person, then we can serve to our family and society accordingly.
I would like to live in a democratic country with gender equality.
I'd like to create a place or environment that people can have a dream or fantasy. It is necessary for the future.
I should work for those women who are victims of violence and abuse. I should protect them. I should design projects and programs for them, become educated, and make an industry or factory for them to work to improve their finance. Hope to work off violence, discrimination, empower them to have a bright future.
ჩემი გეგმებია, ანუ ვიყო წარმატებული ცხოვრებაში, ვისწავლო რა შემიძლია მაქსიმალურად, გავაკეთო ყველაფერი ჩემი თავისთვის და რა მხოლოდ ჩემი თავისთვის. გავაკეთო ბევრი მშობლებისთვისაც, ისე რომ ვიყო სასახელო და გამოვადგე რა თქმა უნდა ქვეყანასაც.
I think that young women around the world can help each other fulfill their dreams and aspirations for the future by really communicating with each other, providing each other with very safe spaces for open dialogue. I know that personally, as president of my school's feminist club, the Women in Today's Society Club, we've really been able to provide this space for not only just women, but for men to come too and talk about the issues that women are facing today. I think most importantly is just to show each other respect and support.
I think young women can get together and exchange and share their successful experience that they have in their own country and explore ways to implement it in other parts of the world.
Use communication to give some advice, telling what are the experiences during the last decades when they were fighting for women's rights to the women that have just started to fight for this cause.
It's always a good opportunity to cooperate internationally, and in terms of gender equality, it's always better to act together in a group and make a change.
We can link Afghanistan women to abroad women through media. The media is available, the TV channels are available, the radios are available in Afghanistan, and so does in abroad. Yeah. So through media we can raise our voice. Media is freedom. The media created for solving the problem. So even the girls can sit like this, that we are having discussion. Through discussion, they can provide it to the government who are high authorities.
I think we should be together and deal with the problems. We should see themselves as a normal woman, and we don't say that this is her fate or something.
ალბათ შემიძლია დავეხმარო მათ და ისინიც დამეხმარონ იმითი, რომ ჯერ გავუზიაროთ პირველ რიგში ერთმანეთს საკუთარი იდეები, ჩამოვაყალიბოთ თუნდაც რაიმე გეგმა, რითაც გამოვადგებით ქვეყანას, ან სამშობლოს რაღაცა ახალი პროექტები გავაკეთოთ თუნდაც და ერთი მიზნით ვიმოქმედოთ, რაც შეიძლება წინ წავიდეს ქვეყანა. უფრო სოციალურ ქსელებს დაგვეხმარება იმაში, რომ ყოველი ჩვენი იდეა გავუზიაროთ ერთმანეთს, გქონდეს მუდმივი კონტაქტი ერთმანეთთან და ვიყოთ რა თქმა უნდა მეგობრულები. მე ვფიქრობ, რომ უკეთესი იქნება ჩვენი მომავლისთვის, ჩვენი ქვეყანა უფრო განვითარდეს, იყოს ისეთი ადამიანები, ისეთი ბავშვები ცხოვრობდნენ, რომლებსაც აინტერესებთ, რომ ქვეყანა განვითარონ, ისწავლონ ან ერთმანეთს დაეხმარონ იმაში, რამე მოიფიქრონ, რომ სამომავლოდ ქვეყანას დაეხმარონ, რაიმეში წაადგნენ, გახადონ უფრო მრავალფეროვანი და უფრო საინტერესო ცხოვრება და ყველაფერი იყოს მხიარული.
Try to make debates, interviews, try to make some groups on the internet, try to get more close with other cultures different than ours.
Maybe we can share happiness or sadness with dancing or singing or maybe eating some sweets.